Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sport Show right here on Smash FM here on Queen's birthday weekend. And of course, let's head up to our friends up in Queensland in particular. And of course, we're heading to Redcliffe in Brisbane's north and of course, beat with the Redcliffe Tigers. Unfortunately, they went up to Noosa on the Sunshine Coast on the weekend and didn't quite get the result they wanted up there, but I'm sure they'll bounce back at home this week. And of course, we've got two very special guests joining us right now to tell us all about it. Thanks, both, for joining us.
Hello. Hello.
I'll get both of you to introduce yourselves and tell us what position both of you play on the field.
I'm Victoria. I'm the captain of the women's side, and I play down in back lines anywhere, from full back to half back, basically.
And I'm Bridget. I play a bit of ruck, a bit of centre half forward, centre half back, really wherever I get put on game day.
You played against one of the really good teams in the competition on the weekend up on the Sunshine Coast. And even though you didn't get the result in regards to the win, but I think you were pretty close to almost getting Noosa. You know, you lost by 6 goals, but I'm pretty sure that was closest that any team got to them throughout the whole year. So were you reasonably happy with that game in regards to, even though you didn't get the result?
Yeah, well, Noosa's the reigning premiers, so they won the premiership last year. They're a well-drilled team. They're all very tall. We're not a very tall side, so for us, it was just going out there, having a run, and being the best that we could possibly be, and having a bit of a development in the side, basically.
Yeah, and we managed to, they kicked 13 behinds, which is sort of a testament to our defensive pressure. So it could have been a lot worse, I think.
What did you take out of that game against Noosa in regards to, going into the rest of the season? Because you're just starting to build in regards to, the results haven't gone your way, but you've been very close in every single game this season. What did you take out of the Noosa game in regards to confidence-wise going to the next couple of games?
Well, you just told us we're the closest team to get to them, so we think that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're definitely building. We can see some more of our structures sort of working. We've been working and they're finally starting to link. So that's something nice to sort of take out of it.
Yeah, like every week we're a goal behind or just a couple of points. Even Hinterland were 1 point behind, and Hinterland's been a huge side in the comp ever since I've played.
Yeah, real powerhouse.
Yeah, they've always been undefeated. So I think we're really getting there compared to last year where we lost 7 out of 8 games and we're getting flogged every week, to now being a kick away every week has been fantastic. To have a bench is also fantastic. We never really had a bench last year, so just getting the numbers to and from training to games and being just a kick away basically each week.
We're close. We're getting closer and closer, so hopefully we can use that momentum into this week's game.
Considering I just had a look at your fixtures between now and the start of August, you don't verse Noosa again throughout the rest of the season. That must be good to only see them only once.
Yeah, it will be. Our fixtures coming up are pretty good for us. Yeah, we've got some of the sides we're probably a bit more competitive with, so they'll be really good for our confidence as well.
Yeah. So I think we don't play Alex Hills or Noosa twice in our comp, which are probably two of the top 3 teams. So probably very good for our ladder opportunity, if that makes sense.
This week coming up, you play against North Shore. They're at Redcliffe. At home, they're at Nathan Road. Tell us how's the preparations going to be like heading to this week's game against North Shore?
I think it'll be a pretty normal week for us. We'll have 2 sort of sessions on the track. Each week, each session we focus on something leading into that game. So I'm not sure what this week will be, but I'm sure there'll be some sort of focus. I think also important is keeping a level head, even though there are blowers in the ladder. We can't, use that and just think we're going to steamroll them, because I don't think any team's that easy in our comp.
No. And if we've seen in this comp that anything can happen, you don't go into a game playing underestimating a side, because you could go up against someone and they'd be harder than what you actually think. So it'll be a pretty hard on session this week. I think both tonight and Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Now, funny enough, this would be your first of 2 meetings that you versed against North Shore. You got them again in about probably a month's time, or 2 months. Month and a bit time up there. Up there on the Sunshine Coast. I guess are you just taking things 1 week at a time, knowing that after the North Shore game, the first time you got a bye?
Yeah, we don't really think ahead. We sort of go week by week. I'm sure when that week comes, we'll probably prep it the same as this week. Probably won't make too much difference after a bye.
No. We just try not to lose our momentum after bye rounds because we just come off a bye before we played Noosa. So we try and do a Saturday session to make sure that we're not relaxed post a bye round, basically, and that we're not 2 steps behind.
Yeah.
Now, I interviewed North Shore about this same question because they came off a bye as well, and they had 2 byes within 4 or 5 weeks. Now, obviously, yourselves got the same thing as well, where you've got a bye. You just came off a bye before you played Noosa, and now you've got a bye after the North Shore game. I guess, how do you prepare for these sort of things?
Well, as Vic said, we keep the momentum going. So if we can, we try and do a Saturday session so people keep the fitness up. We try and be a bit social as well. So try and take away from footy, maybe get together and have, social drink or something like that. But yeah, as we said, our prep doesn't really change too much leading into each round.
And it's good for those girls that are injured to have the bye round and, rest the sore bodies if they are sore. So we've got a few older ladies that probably need an extra week off. But it also gives the girls an opportunity to go a bit harder against North Shore and then have that bit of a rest for a week after.
Yeah.
We're technically nearly 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
Which is also good.
Mentioned before, we've got a pretty favourable draw in regards to playing at home. You got for the last 7 games at home. That must be pretty good to play most of your games there at Nathan Road.
Yeah, we train here. It's the only oval we train at, so we're pretty used to it now. It's a really nice oval and facilities. It's good when the men's team play before us as well because they hang around and support us. So, and it's nice not to travel. It's sort of good to get the Noosa round out fairly early. Yeah, it's a bit of a long drive. And Ipswich, we got them out fairly early because that was a long drive for us as well. So yeah, we really like Nathan Road.
It's a nice ground. It's a big ground. It's bigger than some of the other places that we play. So it's good to get the home advantage there in the sense that we always train here and we run. We're used to it.
Tell us a bit about your coaches there at Redcliffe.
We've got Dylan. He's our head coach. He's come in this year. He's awesome. He's totally sort of transformed the way our team plays, their attitude, off-field stuff, all that sort of stuff. He's really good. And then we've got Jolesy.
He's one of our assistants. He's very knowledgeable. Has played at Bribie, which is close to us. He's played at Pine Rivers, which is close to us. All over the North Club.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
And who else we got? We got Mick. Mick, he's sort of just popped down the last little bit and he's awesome. He watches a lot of footy and he sort of knows his stuff. So he's really handy to sort of have around and he's quite personable. So it's nice to sort of have him around to sort of hang out with as well.
Tell us a couple of players in your team that's had an outstanding season so far, and you can't include yourselves or each other.
Michaela, she's she wing midfielder. She plays hard every game, always presenting, always going up for mark, always getting hurt. Yeah, always getting hurt, always getting up.
Putting her body on the line each week, which is always, brave to put your body when you're getting hurt all the time. We've got Langers, who's probably got the safest hands in the comp. Yeah. Who was our backline full hands and then has moved up forward to give us a bit of
she's done the full swing from sort of centre half back to centre half forward, and she's managed to kick a couple of goals for us now. So that's been really handy to have a forward marking target. Erin's had a pretty good season. Starts in the mids and then goes, plays that defensive sweeper role. You feel very safe when she's around the ball.
Yeah. Really great communicator as well.
Yeah.
probably the main three that have had it like this season.
Yeah, they're sort of our, the most consistent three that play every week. But then, each week there's, one of the new girls or someone that always has a bit of a standout performance, and they normally get recognised by the coach and spectators as well.
Now, tell us, how special is to play with each other on the same team?
We've been playing together, 3 years now?
3 years, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're pretty good mates. So, we trust each other. We have fun.
Have a lot of fun on and off the field.
Yeah. We hang out socially a bit, which is good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really enjoy playing with Vic. Yeah. She's a bit of a laugh, and she's a good footballer. So, I always feel safe when she's around the ball.
Absolutely. Same with Bridge. Bridge and I always have a bit of fun on and off the field, always getting around the girls, always having a chat.
Yeah.
Bridge is very knowledgeable about footy and is always putting her body on the line. And is always first in contestant footy, basically. So, yeah.
How did both of you get involved in footy, and why did you choose it?
Well, I from Perth to Toowoomba and then didn't have any friends, so decided to sign up for footy. And that was about 4 years ago, so that's sort of how I got involved. But, being from Perth, everyone loves footy, and everyone loves footy. We played footy at school, footy, with your cousins and your family. So I've always sort of been around footy, but, started playing about 4 years ago.
I was always been around team sports. I've always been around AFL clubs, but never actually played until 3 years ago. Got involved just for a bit of stress relief out of work, and wanted to get fit again. Here we are.
Yeah.
I guess, how do you think footy is going up in Queensland, considering, you just had the AFL grand final up there last year. The AFLW team won it this year. I guess, have you seen such influx of, female and women's players down at Redcliffe since then?
Yeah, the momentum here is huge. What have we got? We got under 9s, under 11s, 13s, 15s, 17s, senior women's,
as well as like 3 new teams in our comp or something.
Yeah.
One like Div 2 footy up here. There's like 3 new teams.
Yeah. It's crazy. Everyone's getting involved, and I think people are they're pretty keen to give footy a try. And like pretty much everyone on our teams come from a different sport. They have a different sporting background, so they've all ended up sort of finding their niche in AFL.
Both you mentioned what position you both play on the field. If you had a preferred position where you love to convince the coaches to put you in, here's your chance now. Where would that be?
Oh, that's a good question.
I haven't got a very accurate kick, so I'd probably stay in the back line. I enjoy getting a bit physical in body.
I don't know. Full forward, I reckon. I wouldn't mind kicking a few goals. But I don't know. I enjoyed the centre half forward, so it would be there a bit more as well.
What does the sport of football mean to both of you, especially being there at Redcliffe?
I'm enjoying the culture that we're trying to provide this year. So Noosa has a fantastic culture, and we said that to them on Saturday. From the moment that we walked in, they were so kind and grateful for us to come down and come up and play them. And I think that's a culture we try and strive for, and that's what we're trying to provide. The issue with women's footy at the moment is the culture of clubs. And a lot of the clubs are losing girls due to the culture that they're providing. So our goal this year was to have a great culture with socially inclusive environment.
We wanted to be friends on and off the court, friends with the men's team, friends with the junior team, especially the other female teams coming through. Wanted to support them. We've got lots of our players coach them.
Yeah.
We get around on a Sunday and stuff if we can, and try and watch their games and stuff as well. So that's the sort of, it's a big culture building, big picture sort of thing.
Victoria, you mentioned before that you're the captain of the team. What does that mean to you?
So this is my second season. It's a big honour to coach, captain a side of girls. I think it's all as a bigger picture. It's girls supporting girls. And being that person that, life sucks half the time, and being being someone that the girls can come to on and off the field, no matter what happens in life, and always being there to support them is really what we're trying to provide, being that role model for the younger girls coming through.
And I think what Vic and I say, people want to be here, they've chosen to come and play footy. So, if you can create an environment where they have a good time when they come here and they get something out of it, whether it's socially or athletically or, whatever their goals or whatever they want to achieve, if we can sort of help facilitate that, then that's, yes, we'd be pretty happy, with ourselves.
What will be your advice to people, especially in Brisbane's North, that should head down to Tigerland there at Redcliffe on Nathan Road to get involved in footy?
Do it. If you've been thinking about playing footy, if you come, have no hesitations. Just come down, have a try. There's no, we won't judge you here. It's a judge-free zone. Everyone, is new to it at some point. Whether they've played it for 5 years at Change Club or there are heaps of new girls this year. Just come down and have a kick. We'd be happy to have you.
Even if you're not sure, come down, have a few training sessions. If you enjoy it, come join us full time. We don't mind either way. Just have an open mind and get involved.
Now let's finish up with a couple of light-hearted questions about your teammates. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moment on the field this season, and what was it?
Michaela maybe having a belly out, like her jersey had.
And there's all these photos of her jersey being rolled up.
It rolled up, and she played a quarter with her belly out. I don't know. That's probably the funniest one.
Yeah, that's probably the funniest. There's a few face plants.
Yeah. A couple of falcons. From standing on the mark, I copped a falcon, so that was funny. But probably Michaela's belly.
Hanging out. Yeah, it was good.
Now, talking about falcons, has any of them been caught on camera?
Oh, on Saturday I got a boot to the face and I got caught on camera.
Oh. Have you seen it?
One of the girls that were injured were taking photos on the weekend, sent me a pic yesterday with it, which is yet to send them through. But she's like, oh, this is why you got the photo on the weekend.
Who's the comedian in the team?
There's a few of us.
Michaela, probably.
Michaela's probably the comedian of the team as well.
I don't know. Parksy's pretty funny.
Yeah,
she's sort of that chips in with that
dry humour,
dry behind the scenes comment. I don't know who else is.
Jack's pretty funny.
Jack's funny. Yeah.
There's a few. We all have our days. We're the funniest on the team, and then none of your jokes stick for another 2 weeks.
Yeah,
you're funny again.
Now, any good singers or dancers in the team we should know about?
Oh, Abby loves the TikTok dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Abby we'll just look over and Abby's TikTok dancing.
I don't think anyone's a singer.
No one's really a singer. Or if they are, they're not owning up to it.
Yeah, they've kept it quiet.
But there's a few dancers, a few celebration techniques that are TikTok dancing.
Lots of TikTok
dancing.
All right, just answer my question about TikTok. So I'll move on to the next one, which is, do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
My ritual would be just to have a coffee before the game and maybe watch some West Coast highlights. That's probably my ritual.
Having some pump-up music. We've got a pump-up playlist that we like to play in the change room, and we all have a bit of a boogie to it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no real superstition for me, other than some lucky undies, but that's more because they're my nice undies to wear out in case I get dacked,
So, mentioned about West Coast highlights before. You would have loved last night's game then?
Yeah, absolutely. Stoked in my full West Coast kit for training.
Every week. every week.
Every
isn't
week.
it?
It's got the jersey. Where,
Oh,
so, you got to rub it in because there's lots of Tigers supporters down at the Tigers.
There is lots of those.
oh. Now, talking about pre-game tunes a moment ago as well, who's the one in charge of the playlist?
We all, at the beginning of the season, we all sort of put a song forward that if we were a wrestler, what would our entrance song be? So everyone chose a song and compiled into a playlist.
Yeah. So there's some weird adds to the playlist, and then like it just continues on. Like people are like, oh, I like this song, so it's been put in the playlist.
Yeah. So if you like it, it's going in the playlist. Yeah.
And if it gets fixed, then it gets deleted the next week.
We'll finish off with this last two, which is anyone on the team that has the best nickname.
We got a new one last week, Moth.
Moth, yeah. It was a pretty
because we had a couple of Alexes on the team, and then we realised that her last name was in German or something.
Some
translates to moth.
So she's lived for it. We started using it on the field, and she loves it.
Oh, Mothy. That's sticking.
That's sticking. We got Specs, of obvious reasons. There's a few nicknames.
They're probably the best ones. Specs because she's pretty blind, so she can one eye, I think. Yeah, because they don't make it strong enough for the other eye.
And the last one is, I know with some footy clubs there is a fine system. Do you have a fine system? And if so, what was the weirdest fine that anyone's copped?
We do have a fine system. We have a tin that's going towards footy trips. So if you do something, we just say fine.
Yeah.
Put money.
So if you lose your socks, if you turn up to a game without boots, because a few of the girls always would turn up without their boots or mouth guard or something.
Shorts or
something really like needed for the game. So they will get a fine. If you rock in the wrong game day attire, then you also get a fine.
Yeah, I got a fine for wearing black shorts with pink flowers on them. I was meant to wear full. But what's the weird? Probably Michaela. I don't know. We fine her for everything. So she's put a lot of money in that tin.
We convinced her. We put her trackies up on the roof after she left them from training.
Yeah.
So
she got
it's all quite easy to.
Yeah. She's by far the easiest to stir up. Yeah.
Easiest one to stir up.
Well, both of you, thank you so much for giving up your time to join us. Please send our best wishes to your teammates for us. Obviously, game against North Shore. Hopefully, you can get that winning streak back on track against North Shore this weekend at home at Nathan Road. And thanks so much for joining us.
No worries.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks for having us.
No worries. Of course, if you want to get down there to Tigerland, of course, they're on Nathan Road in Redcliffe. Of course, their game against North Shore Jets, which will be played on Saturday. We'll put all the details up on how you can go about getting involved in supporting my Tigers in 2021. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the Queen's Birthday Weekend.